Hi everyone, I'm in Bangkok at the moment and this is my review of the Martin LX-1E with Fishman electronics built in. It's a 3/4 size acoustic guitar made by Martin Guitars, and it's really light and really small, as you can see. I've been meaning to get something like this for a while because I spend a lot of my time travelling between Thailand and England and other places and up and down the country, going to songwriting sessions or working in different studios, and I found that I was always lugging around a massive acoustic guitar in a big heavy case, and after a while you just get a bit fed up of it. And for the most part, you don't need something like that. You know, it's nice for a recording session, but for the most part, you just need something you can pick up, strum along, write a melody to, or sing along to. So this is perfect. Actually, in England, I bought the Tailor GS Mini a few months ago, but I forgot it in Manchester. So when I got to Thailand, I decided to pick up one of these. I played it a few times in a few of the shops, and they had a really good deal on at Music Collection, which is a big music store in Bangkok, and it worked out at 16,000 baht or thereabouts, which is about 330 pounds sterling, which is cheaper than if I bought it in England. If I bought it in England, I think it costs about 380 or 390. But it's more expensive than if I bought it in the US, where it's about $380 or $390 retail. So if you're in the US, yeah, great, get yourself one of these. It's a bargain. So a little bit about the guitar. It is a solid Sitka spruce top. So it's real wood on top with a laminate side and back with a mahogany pattern. So it looks pretty good. It's 14 frets up to the body here. What else? It's got Martin tuners. I don't know if you can see that, which work perfectly well. It's got a white bridge and saddle. It's got a nice Fishman pickup, the Isys T, which is great because it's got the onboard tuner, so you can just tune up without having a separate tuner, which is really handy for when you're just playing acoustic gigs or you're just out and about. It's got three things on the Fishman pickup. There's a volume control, which is here, a tuner button, which switches the tuner on and off, a contour button, and a phase button, so in case you're having phasing problems. And it takes a 9-volt battery. I tested this pickup in the shop actually with a Fishman amp, and it sounds amazing, really, really good. They just make excellent pickups, and here is no exception. So I think you're getting really good value for money built in already. The guitar itself, I've tested it, I played it quite a lot, and I love it. I think it's an absolutely fantastic guitar for the money. It sounds as good as anything in this price range. I think 300 to 400 pounds. It sounds great plucked, strummed, picked, and it really rings out with a warm, mellow tone. It's not twangy, and it's not too boxy. I thought with a body this size it would be quite a boxy, small kind of sound, but actually it rings out quite well. When it's used with a pickup, it sounds as good as anything. But on its own, I think you'll take a bit of getting used to. There are certainly areas where, or certain ways you can play where it does bring out the boxiness of it, but I'm sure you can avoid that. I'll give it a play now. So if you listen to this is just plucking it. And then if I do a bit of plucking and picking. And then strumming's really nice as well. You just use your fingers. Or with a plectrum. And moving up and down the neck, where, depending on where you play, you certainly get different tones. I kind of find a bit of boxiness around this area if you're strumming. So if you're recording, miking it up, you might want to avoid that area, unless you like that tone. You can always EQ it out later, but it's better to get the sound you want from the outset. So playing here, you kind of get a really nice even tone. And playing here as well, if you want more body. Comparing it to my Tailor GS Mini, which I bought a few months ago, I would say the electronics on this, the Fishman, is much better than the ES Go, which came with the Tailor. That sounds okay, but this sounds really good. In terms of tone, the Tailor rings out at the high end a lot better, so the top notes are quite, how would you put it? They do cut through quite well on the Tailor. They're very bright, and the low end of the Tailor GS Mini, is much deeper. It's almost boomy actually. The GS Mini has a much larger body. It curves as well, so you get more depth. There's definitely more sound going through it, which is nice. I really like that Tailor GS Mini. But if I had to choose between the two, I think I'd go for this one in the future. It's just such a nice, balanced, mellow tone, which will be really nice to sing over. So, you know, there's room for your voice and the frequencies to cut through, certainly with my voice when I'm singing. It's a really nice shape, it's really light. Oh, you get a nice gig bag, by the way. It's not a hard case, but it's light and it's well padded. The Tailor GS bag is better, but this one is nice and well padded. And yeah, for the money, I think this is fantastic. I would actually be really happy using this on recordings. I'll probably use it in the next few weeks and months when I'm recording my EP, and I will definitely be taking this to writing sessions and using this in studio sessions. I mean, it works for Ed Sheeran, who recorded the whole of his album Plus with one of these apparently. So if it's good enough for him, and it's a multi-platinum selling album, if it's good enough for him, then I'm sure it's good enough for me. I just have to learn how to play as well as him. Well, that's my review of the Martin LX-1E. Bargain price, I think. Great for being portable and versatile, and with some excellent electronics built in. Yeah, go and get yourself one. Highly recommended.